Hi there, business owner. Are you looking to improve your business knowledge? Do you want to see behind the scenes of successful businesses? And more importantly, are you looking to build a better business in just 15 minutes each week? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the 3Bs podcast. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the 3Bs podcast, your go-to 15 minutes to help you build a better business. As always, or almost always, I'm your host Stephanie, and today I have something really extra special to share with you and to celebrate with you all, whether you are listening or watching on YouTube. I have just won the LUCA Award for Bookkeeper Influencer of the Year 2024. Now, the LUCA Awards are affectionately known as the Oscars of the bookkeeping world, and anyone in my industry, this is the one they really want to win. It was my third time lucky. Third time is obviously the charm. Third time of attempting to enter these awards, and I have a lovely LUCA statue here. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him, which is still blowing my mind, and it's hard to believe that it is actually mine. To be recognised at the level of your professional body is truly an honour, because I don't do things the same as everybody else in the industry. We do like to do things differently at ABCS UK in my practice. To be given this award and to be acknowledged that the different way of doing it is still a great way to run a business is really, really special. But this episode is not just about me and my win. It's about how awards, whether big or small, can benefit your business. So if you've ever wondered whether awards are worth the effort, or how to make the most of a win, or even a nomination or a finalist shortlist announcement, this episode is for you. Let's dive right in with the episode. So let's start talking about why awards matter for your business. Depending on who you speak to in business, some entrepreneurs and business owners don't believe in awards. Some don't believe in awards that you enter yourself. Some, like myself, truly believe they are really important for you to validate your efforts and your hard work, because there's nobody here to give us a one-to-one and say you're doing a really good job and a little pat on the back. It's also a great reflection for you to realise how far you've come. We don't often step back and look. For example, when I looked at the analytics of this podcast, when I entered the LUCA Awards for 2023 and was a finalist for Influencer of the Year, the podcast was being listened to in 8 countries. It's now 19. Like that's huge growth in a year that I would never have even acknowledged with all the KPIs that we track in the business had I not filled in a nomination, which enabled me to have a look at last year's entry and see the difference on how much we've grown in a year. Also, there's a few reasons why awards can be really important to you and your business, no matter what business you have. Number one is credibility. Winning an award or even being shortlisted for an award boosts your business reputation. It shows the industry professionals and peers in your industry are recognizing your excellence. So your potential clients can see that social proof that actually the top people in your industry, or the professional bodies in our case, are looking at your business and are deeming you to be worthy to be shortlisted or winning an award for that year, for that category, whatever it may be. Secondly, marketing power. Awards are a fantastic tool to differentiate yourself from your competitors. At the end of the day, most people win one award each year in each category, depending what award you go for. It's very rare that there'll be like 7 influencers of the year, for example. So when you have an award for outstanding service, or having great influence in your industry, or new business of the year, or small business of the year, whatever it is you're going for, most eco business of the year, having that award for outstanding service and having a competitor that doesn't have it, make sure you stand out. I mean, which one do you think they're going to trust more? The one that's got this award that says you are amazing at what you do, or the one that's just telling you that they're amazing at what they do? Both businesses meant being credible, but it does stand you ahead of the competition. Thirdly, team motivation or soul motivation. If you work on your own, or if you have a team, awards can really boost morale. It's kind of a pat on the back. It's a way of saying we're doing something right and people are noticing. So thank you for all you do. I think as a motivation, winning an award or even being shortlisted for an award is a pat on the back. It's a well done. You are doing good things right now. And it's external motivation. It's external validation rather than from yourself or from your friends and family who, yes, rightly so, they're telling you you're amazing, but sometimes they say it because they're related to you. And it can sometimes feel like they're just saying it because they should rather than because you genuinely deserve it. When strangers say you're amazing, it obviously gives you that extra warm, fuzzy feeling inside that actually you are doing something amazing. And Fourthly, similarly to marketing power, client confidence. So awards can reassure your existing clients that they've made the right decision in choosing you. It may also give them confidence to refer you to other people they know in their industry, people they know in their business, to help boost your business. And it can help attract new ones who value quality and expertise and are looking to compare you against a competitor and see that you can stand out. Think of it as a badge of honour that elevates your brand, your business, and opens doors to new opportunities. Now let's talk about how to position yourself or your business to win awards, because it's not about luck, it's about strategy. Most of the awards are not popularity contests, which you'll be pleased to know as a small business owner trying to build a business, it's not who can get the most votes most of the time. Some are, and some are not. Some are relevant to your industry, some are relevant to your niche, some are relevant to where you live. Maybe they're regional, maybe they're national or even international options. There are so many awards out there. You look for awards that align with your business values and your achievements. Go ahead and make a list of awards to target for the next year. Go and have a look at the criteria, the deadlines, and plan ahead. So sort of September to November time is award season in the bookkeeping and accountancy industry. We have the Accountancy Excellence Awards. We have the ICB's LUCA Awards. There's so many. So with that being the lead up to tax return time, it's a busy time of our year. Have a look at the awards, see when their closing times are, see when they have to get your entries in by, and make sure that you allow yourself time to do that. If your capacity is huge and it's a really busy time of year for you, it's probably not the best award for you to go to. A great tip is there's a company called Boost Awards. I will pop them in the show notes. You can sign up for a newsletter that will send you one at the beginning of every month with the ones that end in the next 2 months. So we get them every month. It has your industry and all the other industries. So you can select your industry or put your industry to the top of the email, and you can have a go through them and have a look through and see which ones you want to target imminently if you want to get the ground running, or you can make a list of awards to target for the next year if you know they're coming up. But that email is completely free and it just gives you an insight into what's coming up without you having to spend all that time searching for it. Next, tell your story. So awards just aren't about numbers. As I said, they're not always about the popularity contest. If you're the biggest business, you've got the most turnover, the most clients. It's about the story behind your success. Share the challenges you've overcome. Be really open and honest and authentic. Like, nothing in business is easy very often. There's normally a challenge or two you've overcome, and they might seem insignificant to you, but to the judges that are reading them, they'll think, oh my God, you're incredible. The one that always I get comments about in business in general when I'm talking to people is that I run the 3Bs podcast, I run ABCS UK, I also have 2 children to look after with additional needs, I've had health issues, and all these little things that you don't necessarily talk about when you're filling in a awards application. They're the things that stand you out from the other applicants. Your impact on your clients and the unique value that you bring. There are many other bookkeeping and accountancy practices out there. There are even other bookkeeping and accountancy podcasts. There's other business podcasts that would probably stand them in good stead for Influence of the Year. But the unique value we bring with 15-minute short, sharp episodes, I feel, tips us over the edge and makes us stand out from the rest of the industry or the rest of the applicants for these awards. Remember to include testimonials, metrics, and standout moments. I think the thing for me this year for the LUCAs is I included lots of testimonials from people, actual data of who's listened to podcasts, where they listen to the podcast, how much our social media followings have grown over the last year, things like that I haven't done previously. So even I've been shortlisted in previous years, having that information and testimonials in an easy to grasp document when you're filling in an awards application and updating it regularly not only helps with the application, but also helps with the boost and the morale and all the things you've talked about. Thirdly, engage your network. If they are awards that rely on nominations alone, that you can't put yourself in the hat for, don't be afraid to ask your clients, colleagues, your network. Get on LinkedIn and ask people to vote for you, recommend you, nominate you. You don't know where you're going to get if you don't ask. And the worst they can say is no or just ignore you. And then you just move on. For example, the Digital Disruptor Awards 2024, where I was honoured as a rising star, a colleague in the industry, Aaron, who you'll have seen on the podcast a couple of times, had messaged me and said, oh, have you seen this? Would you nominate me? And I was like, absolutely, I will nominate you. He had no idea what category I would nominate him in. He had no idea if I would even do it. And I did it. And Didn't expect him to nominate me in return, and that is how I was honoured as a rising star. And he actually won one of the awards, which he didn't think he was going to get, which I thought he was perfect for. So again, people that see you from the outside might be able to see what they think you're perfect for that you potentially haven't thought of. And also, show consistency. Award judges often look for sustained excellence, not a one-off, one-hit wonder, like continued growth, continued testimonials that span over time, that you've not just got them all in just for the awards application. Keep a success folder now where you store your achievements, your metrics, your client feedbacks. It makes applying for the award so much easier, because in the day-to-day running of a business, you often forget all those little comments. So, for example, if you go on the ABCS UK website, you'll see there's a testimonial from a client that says, the Mary Poppins of the bookkeeping world. That was a comment in an email, and I've had testimonials from this client before as well, some really long, really detailed, incredible testimonials. But this client called me the Mary Poppins of the bookkeeping world. And that is now my tagline for everything we do in the practice. And those little things, if you don't keep a hold of them in a success folder, they're so easily forgotten in the day-to-day running of a business. And finally, don't fear rejection. Like, if you don't win, that's okay. I mean, my Oscar face is terrible. Like, it's very obvious when I don't win that I'm a little bit gutted about it. I was up for 4 LUCA awards this year. I came away with 1. But being shortlisted is still a huge achievement. And I can say that as someone that is an incredibly sore loser that likes to succeed in everything they do. Failure is a part of winning. Failure is a part of success. One of my favourite sayings from Susie Ma, the owner of Tropic Skincare, was, success is 99% failure. And it really is. You'll get visible for actually even attending. That's free marketing in most cases for you. That's a great opportunity to help you build your business. And also it'll put you in the room, or put you in communication with people that can open opportunities and doors to you. I spent most of the LUCA Award day, so we have a summit before and then the awards, filming. I did interviews for my professional body. I helped, did an influencer off with a fellow nominee for my category for Ask the Accountants podcast. I had my photo taken multiple times for different things. I spoke to others in the industry, which then led to more work and more opportunities and more marketing that I can do and build my business. Just put yourself out there. I get it can be anxiety inducing. I get it can be nerve wracking, but just do it, because if you just do the thing, you do not know where it will lead. You might end up with one of these. For those listening, I'm showing the trophy again. I'm going to show it for a long time to come, I think, as well. And finally, making the most of an award win. So what happens if you win? This is only beginning. I'm maximising the impact of this award massively. I have announced it on social media. I've written a heartfelt caption for that on social media. I have videos of it next to a candle. I have videos of me putting it on the shelf in the office. You update your credentials in your email signature, your marketing materials, even your business cards. Like, all these little things enforce your credibility. Then we have press releases. We can go to your local newspaper or your local industry magazine and announce that win there as well. Use it in client conversations. They're a great icebreaker with prospective clients. Oh, did you see that I'd won that thing? It's a subtle way of highlighting your expertise. What did you do last week? Oh, I attended the LUCA Awards for our industry, where I was lucky enough to win an Oscar of our industry. That really helps. And not only that, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but awards give you credibility to approach new collaborators or partners. You can use the win as leverage to expand your network. My LinkedIn has grown quite a bit since announcing that I had won. Not only that, I have had direct messages. I've had emails in my inbox from partners I've not spoken to in a couple of years saying, oh my God, let's get on a call. Congratulations. It brings you to the forefront of people's minds again, even if you've got sort of dropped off in the time that's passed in business. Awards aren't everything, but they are a great way to build your business for all the reasons that I mentioned. Winning the LUCA Award for Bookkeeper Influencer of the Year is an incredible honour, and it's something that I think I'll talk about for a really long time. It's also that thing where you've been working for it for years and it finally comes to fruition and you think, oh my goodness, what is next? But it's also an important reminder of how important it is to celebrate your wins, big or small. It might not be signing a new client, it might not be a new partnership, it might not be an award, but I'm sure there's something in your business that you should pat yourself on the back for and say you've done a really great job. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with your network, fellow business owners. Let's help us all build better businesses And don't forget to subscribe to the 3Bs podcast if you're listening on any of the platforms or watching on YouTube. I will see you next time for the next episode. Bye. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the 3Bs podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please connect with us on social media. Like, rate and review wherever you are listening to this podcast so that I can help more business owners build a better business. See you next week.